Welcome to Elder Heart, where real stories touch real hearts. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be there for someone? Not with medicine, not with advice, but just by listening? This is the story of Sam, a quiet hero who sat beside the sick and the silent, the angry and the hopeful. In the quiet rooms of a hospital, he learned the greatest lessons of life, not from books, but from the hearts of those who were fighting for each breath. Stay with us. This story will change the way you see pain and the way you listen. Asterisk. My name is Sam. I have a very special job. My job is not easy, but it is very important to me. I work in a big hospital, but I am not a doctor and I am not a nurse. My title is a companion. I am a friend. My friends here are the patients. They are sick. They have a very serious sickness called cancer. My job is to sit with them in their rooms. My job is to listen to them. I listen to their stories every single day. At first, this job was very hard for me. I was scared of the sadness. I did not know what to say to the sick people. The rooms were often sad and very quiet. I felt like I did not belong here. I thought about quitting this job many times. Then I met an old man. His name was Mr. John. He was in a small, clean room with one big window. I went into his room slowly. I said, "Hello, Mr. John." I did not know what to say next. I just stood there quietly. Mr. John smiled a little bit at me. He did not want to talk about his sickness. He wanted to talk about fishing. He told me amazing stories about big fish. He told me about the blue water of the big lake. I just sat and I listened. This was my first lesson. My job was not to talk a lot. My main job was to listen well. It was that simple. That first day with Mr. John changed my mind. I decided not to quit. I wanted to hear more stories from him. So I came back every day. I listened to Mr. John's fishing stories. We became good friends. It was a nice feeling. Next, I met a young woman. Her name was Emily. She was in a room down the quiet hall. She was very sick too, but Emily was so full of life. She had a bright, happy smile. Her room was not sad at all. It was full of bright colors. She was a painter. She painted beautiful pictures of flowers in the sun. She painted right there in her hospital bed. One day she told me, "Sam, I have a sickness, but I am not my sickness. I am still a painter." Her words were so strong. She taught me a very big lesson. She taught me to find joy now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, just in the small things today. After I met Emily, I saw other patients differently. I saw a gardener, a teacher, a mother, not just a sick person. We would talk and we would laugh. She would paint her pictures and I would watch. I learned so much from her about living. But then one sad day, I visited Mr. John. He was much worse now. He was too weak to talk about fishing anymore. The room was very, very quiet now. I just sat by his bed. I held his hand. There were no more stories to tell. A few days later, a nurse told me the sad news. Mr. John passed away. He was gone. My first friend here was gone. I felt very, very sad. I felt like I had failed him. I did not help him. I could not make him better. I felt lost. The nurse saw my sad face. She was a very kind woman. She said, "You did not fail him, Sam. You were his good friend." She told me you gave him good days. You listened to all his stories. That was a wonderful and kind gift for him. My next patient was a big challenge. He was a teenage boy. His name was Alex. He was very sick and so very angry. He did not want to talk to me at all. He would turn his face to the wall when I came. Inches just said, "Go away now." I did not go away. I came back every single day. I would bring a book and I would sit in a chair in his room. I did not try to talk to him. I just sat there very quietly. I wanted to show him that I was not afraid of his anger. For many days, he said nothing to me at all. The room was always silent, but I kept coming back. I was very patient. One day, he finally asked me a question. He asked, "What is that book about?" I was so surprised. We started to talk. We did not talk about the hospital or his sickness. We talked about comic books and fun video games. We found something in common. Our friendship grew slowly. day by day. He started to trust me. He would tell me about his friends and his school. Then some very good news came. Alex's treatment started to work well. The doctors were very hopeful about his future. He started to smile again. A real smile. He even told me a funny joke. The angry boy was gone. My new friend was here. He started to talk about his future plans. He wanted to go to art school. He wanted to be a graphic artist. Hope is a very powerful thing. I saw it in his eyes every day. It was a bright light in a dark place. It was so beautiful. The hospital was my work, but I had my own life outside. In 1 month, my own personal life was not very good. I had a problem with my own brother. We had a big fight about some money. We were both very angry with each other. I did not want to talk to him at all. I felt stressed and very unhappy. My own small problem felt very big to me. Then I wanted to stay angry at my brother. But then at work, I thought about Emily and her beautiful, happy paintings. I thought about Alex and his big, hard fight. I thought about Mr. John and his happy stories about the big lake. They all had very big, real problems. Their problems were about life itself. My problem was small. It was just about money. They faced their big problems with so much courage. They found joy and hope in very, very hard times. I felt ashamed of my anger. I learned from them all. I took their lessons into my own life. I needed to be brave and strong just like them. So I picked up my phone that evening. I called my brother. I said I was sorry. He said he was sorry too. We talked for a long, long time. We fixed our small problem. It was not so hard. My patience gave me the strength to do it. Our relationship became better after that call. My brother and I became closer. We learned to listen to each other more. I realized something truly important. Then my job was not just a job. The hospital was my school. My teachers were the patients. They were teaching me how to live a much better life. They taught me about what is truly important. It is not money. It is love. After a few more months, a wonderful day finally came. Alex was well enough to go home. He was strong and healthy again. His family was so very happy. They were all laughing and crying at the same time. The room was full of complete joy. Before he left, Alex gave me a special gift. It was a drawing he made. It was a picture of me and him playing cards. I put his drawing up on the wall in my small office. I look at it every day. It reminds me of Alex and of hope. He said, "Thank you, Sam. Thank you for just sitting with me." We shook hands. He was not a boy anymore. He was a strong young man. A few weeks later, a new volunteer started at the hospital. He was a young man. He looked scared, just like I did on my very first day. He did not know what to say or what to do. He stood in the quiet hallway. He looked very lost and a little bit helpless. I remembered my own fear. I remembered Mr. John and his fishing stories. I knew that I could help this new person. So I walked over to him and I smiled a warm smile. I said, "My name is Sam. It is hard at first. I can show you." He looked so very relieved to hear my words. I told him the most important rule of this special job. I said, "Your job is not to talk so much. Your job is to listen with your heart." He nodded his head. I was now the teacher. I was passing on the lessons that my wonderful patients had taught me over the years. I am not scared of this place anymore. The white walls are not sad to me now. They are completely full of stories. They are stories of fear and stories of great hope. They are stories of pain and they are stories of powerful love. My life is here. I hope this session was helpful. Thank you for watching. This is Elder Heart, where stories live forever. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back with more stories that matter. Until then, listen with your heart.